Hey, what's up, y'all? Marjack79 here. And this is a weird one for me. I feel like I always say these movie reviews are weird ones for me. I've gone back and forth numerous times if I even wanted to make this video or not. I watched the movie like last weekend, wanted to really wait and just see how it unfolded on all the review forums, see how people felt about it before I gave my thoughts, because it's been times before where I've gave my honest opinion and you're like, no. No. So I'm like, I'm just gonna wait and see how it works out, and then we'll see if I even want to do this review or not. So some people are really calling this like the greatest superhero movie of all time. Listen, Linda. Listen, if you enjoyed the movie, that's great, man. But I've seen a couple of memes where it's comparing it to Avengers Endgame, like Black Panther, Spider-Man 2, and Tobey Maguire. Oh, okay, man, okay. Like the movie was okay. It was okay. Like I wasn't like disturbed by it. I wasn't annoyed by it. Well, I was. Some aspects annoyed me definitely. I feel like I always go into DCEU movies with very low expectations. This one was no different. The Snyder Cut was probably the rarest occasion where I kind of went in with some higher expectations because I hated the original Justice League so much and ended up loving the Snyder Cut. But this one is weird because I was disappointed by the original Suicide Squad. I absolutely despise the Birds of Prey. But, on both of those movies, it was like little slight glimmers of hope. Like, probably my favorite aspect from those first two movies was Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn. And I think they've fully understand that as long as they center a movie around that character, they're going to be okay. It's going to have some form of success as long as they keep centering movies around that character. Shout out to Margot Robbie. She has definitely christened herself as an actress of this generation in this character. I wouldn't say that she's as iconic as a Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man, or a T'Challa as Black Panther, or a Chris Evans as Steve Rogers, but she's definitely getting close for sure. And as long as I'll definitely said start up with some positive stuff. As long as they keep making movies with her character as Harley Quinn, I'll keep watching them forever. Now, if I were to mention any other breakout characters in the movie, King Shark. Oh man, just the comedy of King Shark, him, num nums. Okay, you got me, man. He warmed my spirit. He warmed my heart pretty much every time he was on film. Probably my favorite shot of him was when he was in the aquarium with the little killer piranhas in there, and then the aquarium broke and he was trying to play with them, but then they ended up trying to eat him. Oh, so funny. So funny. So just definitely his personality and just the hijinks, definitely my favorite comedic aspect of the movie for sure. Other aspects of the movie that I loved: Idris Elba's character, Bloodsport. The grappling hook that he had reminded me so much of Batman, it wasn't even funny. The execution of his action scenes with his expertise in weaponry, the execution of Harley Quinn scenes, action scenes of her with the javelin, with just the flipping and the rolling and the kicking and the shooting and the punching, just chef's kiss. Now like I said, I enjoyed the movie. It was just, I don't know. I'm still. I want to get through just a little bit more positive stuff. Then we're going to get into the negative here, but definitely Bloodsport, King Shark, Harley Quinn. Definitely some of my favorite aspects of the film. I could watch them all day, any day, every day, in any movie. Period. Yes. Okay. Now let's start off with some of the negative aspects of the movie. Let's start off with, we loved Bloodsport, but I was kind of 50-50 on it. The whole time I was watching Bloodsport's, like, I guess his origin story, as soon as they brought his daughter out and, was going to put her in prison or whatever if he didn't come to help out the Suicide Squad, I'm like, this is sounding really familiar to another, character that kind of is fulfilling this a very similar role. They want him to be the leader of the Suicide Squad because obviously Harley can't be the leader of the Suicide Squad. She's too crazy. So you need somebody with an expertise of weaponry. and marksmanship. And they also both have a daughter. And they even have very similar looking outfits. And they both have helmeted masks. See where I'm going with this? It's like, just take out Will Smith and his character Deadshot and just, stick in Idris Elba's Bloodsport. Nobody will know the difference. Okay. I'm sorry. You thought we wouldn't notice, but we did. Well, very similar looking characters. I mean, throughout the entire beginning of the movie, I'm like, this is looking really familiar. The only thing that they haven't done is put in the scene where Bloodsport shows his skills of, showing why he needs to be hired for the team. Other than that, it's pretty similar, man. But in saying all that, he was ended up still being one of my favorite aspects of the movie. So, I mean, I guess I can dump on it, but then like not really, because I still really enjoyed his character. So I was like, I don't know. I guess for like, overall storyboarding, maybe they could have changed it up a little bit. But then again, maybe that's how his origin story is in the comic book too. So maybe it's not James Gunn's fault. Maybe it's, the people that actually wrote the comic book. Like, this is a cool origin story. Let's just copy it and keep it in there. Like, all right, cool. All right, now let's talk about some of the characters that didn't make it like 5 minutes into the actual movie. The dude, I can't even think of his name. I think it's that actor from The Walking Dead, the dude that threw the bouncy ball at the bird and killed him. I thought he would maybe have a major role, but then he like at the ensuing battle when he tries to swim away in the ocean, even though wherever's he going, you can't swim through an ocean, you're gonna drown. What are you doing? And now they're gonna blow your head off. Okay. I guess so. That makes a whole lot of sense. And then we take it to the comedian's character. I can't think of his name. The light-skinned dude that used to date Ariana Grande. What's his name? Yeah, there was no point in throughout the beginning of the movie where I thought that he was not going to die quickly. Because I'm like, you could just look at him and tell that he has not been through any fighting training or weapons training or any of that thing of nature. I don't think DC paid for anything for any kind of training. They just stuck him in this uniform. Just say some funny stuff and then we'll kill you the next 15 minutes. Here's this paycheck. Cool. Then my favorite, easy kill off character, Weasel. Okay, pretty, and I get it. You gotta have that cool comedic relief character in there, but just I don't know, it seemed a little bit lazy to me. I mean, I slightly enjoyed him for the short time that he was in the film, but like the time that he was in, it kind of gave me that South Park Family Guy style. Like, this guy's a monster. Well, he's killed 28 children. Like, why is he here? And like, oh, you dropped him in the ocean before even checking with him to even know if he knew how to swim or not? Okay. That makes no sense at all, but we're gonna go with it because it's funny. And now he drowns and he's dead. Okay, cool, man. That's cool. And then we have John Cena's character, the Peacemaker, who basically does all the same stuff as Bloodsport. And no pun intended, but it's even so blatant that the movie just admits it. I mean, yeah, they basically do all the same stuff. They shoot, punch, kick. They have an expertise in military weaponry, planning, leadership, whoop-de-whoop. Yeah. Did I like his character? It's fine. I mean, again, I wasn't blown away. And I'm sure like all of the WWE fans are just eating it up because he's such a popular, specimen of his, virtue to come from the WWE, trying to transition into a Hollywood star, trying to go the Dwayne Johnson route. I get it. Do you, man? It's cool. But when I started to hear the rumblings that he was getting his own show and all that, I'm like, okay, I mean, I guess the character was cool, but did I think it was cool enough to warrant an entire show? Sure. Sure. I mean, it did have some cool fight scenes, aspects. He ended up killing the captain dude from the first movie, which just did not have any emotional toil on me at all, or my wife. We were both watching it, and then as soon as he jabbed the thing through his chest and punctured his heart, and he was like, Peacemaker, hilarious. And then he died. I was like, It just didn't. I don't know. It was just no connection to his character at all to care whether or not he lived or died. It's just. And and also for Rick Flag, I wasn't understanding why he was there in the first place because I thought his motivation for fighting with the Suicide Squad in the first movies was because he was trying to save his girlfriend, the Enchantress's life. So, well, I guess that just didn't work out. I guess, perhaps. So, I guess made it his main mission just to stay with them and fight with them, I guess. So, okay, sure, man, sure. Then I guess I should at least mention the boomerang guy from the first movie. He makes it into the second one for 5 minutes and then he's dead. Ah, that sucks. I wonder how he like reacted when he got that contract in the script. He's like, wait, I only last for 15 minutes into the film. They're like, yeah, because we're gonna move in this direction. Like, that's rude. Damn, James Gunn. That's okay. Thanks a lot. And then, we take it to the polka dot rainbow tumor guy who just takes polka dots off of his skin and throws them at people, and it's like a toxic, they disintegrate. Cool character. I really enjoyed his character too. But as he had that whole depressing aspect to him, like I'm depressed because I killed my mom and now I can't get over it. Whoop de whoop. But overall, I enjoyed his character. And I feel like he had the most epic death out of everyone too. Oh yeah, spoilers too. I'm sure it's pretty obvious by now, but spoilers, people. But getting stomped on by the giant starfish, like, ooh, that was good, really good. But I kind of would have, I would have enjoyed if he would have made it into the next movie though. But it is what it is. And then I guess I should at least mention Amanda Waller. I mean, it's whatever, dude. I feel like anybody could be in that role and we wouldn't even see the difference. I feel like to me by this point, she's just the person there to push the button and to blow somebody's head off and just yell and scream at people that's working from the command center. But no really emotional connection with that character either. It's just another whatever. So now let's talk about this the actual antagonist of the movie, the this final boss-ish big starfish alien thing that was shooting, alien, babies onto people's faces and taking them over. It just, like I said, it just really felt really old school 80s style video gamey to me, which, overall I enjoyed the fight. It was entertaining, but it just didn't provide that emotional punch that I'm used to when characters go down. And I guess, you blame Marvel for that. And I hate to compare the Marvel to the DC because, it's two completely different things. There's just no comparing the two, but that's just the masterful storytelling of the Marvel that you watch so many of these movies and you form the connections with the characters. And then when they actually die, like, you feel it in your gut, like, this is terrible. But then, like, when you kill off characters with DC and it's just their first movie, it's like, okay. I don't even know who this guy is, but he's gone now. So that's interesting. Cool. I'll tell you what I do like though. I do love the fact that they have finally hit a confidence level with Harley Quinn that they feel that they don't even really need to mention the Joker every time she's in the movie now. It's just, you don't even need to do that anymore. She has officially solidified herself as being a strong enough front runner of a character that she can lead a group or a movie by herself and it's still be entertaining. And that's the crazy part. There's a lot of things about this movie that I didn't like. And it's a lot of things about this movie that I absolutely loved. It's weird. I would put it right down the middle of the pipeline. It's some DCEU movies that I absolutely hate. And I didn't hate this movie. I really did enjoy it. But it's just weird seeing like all the reviews and critics. Of course, I'm not a big YouTuber. I'm just some guy with an opinion. But Sam, some of the top respected YouTubers on the planet. I'm like, really? Is somebody paying you to say this? There's gotta be. You gotta have received some sort of incentive from DC or Warner Brothers. Something's going on. I don't believe it. I'm trying to think if there's any other characters that I failed to talk about. Oh yeah, the little girl that controlled the rats. Again, cool character. Do I, remember her at all? I know her and her daddy was, created some technology to control rats, and that was instrumental in taking down the big starfish. Cool, man. Do I ever need to see her in another movie? No. It's just This just holds up a light globe and just controls a bunch of 3D animated rats. That's sweet, dude. Sweet. And she was really sleepy all the time, and it was a really funny scene when King Shark tried to eat her. But, and that's really the only thing from her character that I remember. Because just, like I said, just a lot of parts of this movie are just forgettable. Okay. I think that covers about the gist of what I wanted to talk about here. Hopefully, I have portrayed that in a sense of where I do not receive a mountain of internet hate. Did I love the movie? No. Did I think it was a good popcorn flick? Yes. Did I hate the movie? No. It's just, I give it like a 6.5 out of 10, which is not a bad score. I was entertained, but definitely not a movie I feel like I would watch again, if that makes sense. Cool. But I know I feel like still some of y'all gonna just be this dislike. But that's cool, man. You do you, but I would rather you hit the like button if you like the video. So y'all know what to do. Follow me at youtube.com/marjack79. I'm also on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Hit the notification bell icon if you enjoy my commentary about movies. I usually, watch and review every superhero movie that comes out. So give me a try. I think the next big superhero movie coming next is Shang-Chi from Marvel. So, of course, I'm going to be reviewing that when that comes out. But like I said, man, final thoughts. I put this about in the 75% tile of movies when it comes to the DCEU. I think the Snyder Cut will always be my favorite. Wonder Woman is second. I loved Man of Steel. Batman v Superman, wasn't a fan. Shazam, hated that. Birds of Prey, hated that. The original Suicide Squad, it was all right. Aquaman, great, loved it. This one, just middle of the road. I was entertained. Yeah. All right, I'm done here, man. I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.